Welcome back, everybody. I'm Frank. He's John. Hey, John, happy Preakness.
Happy Preakness, Frank. Best day of the year in Maryland.
Best day of
Christmas
the
in May.
year in Maryland. One of the best days of the year anywhere, let's be honest. All right,
That's right.
late pick five on Preakness Day from Pimlico starts in race nine, not race 10, race
Hmm?
nine. Why is that? Because the 14th race is an Arabian race, so we're
Nothing like
not
having
including.
nothing like having the last race in the old grandstand at Pimlico being an Arabian race. Definitely one for the books there.
Yes, it will be a slow farewell with the
Yes.
Arabians. So,
Yeah.
anyway, so let us dive in here. A couple of horses to watch for John Piazzik in the late pick five. Late pick five again, starting in race nine. The first of your two horses to watch, John, that comes in race 10. That's the Sir Barton Stakes for 3-year-olds that have never won a stake. And it's a horse that's a little bit familiar to people who watch our videos or pay attention to Maryland racing.
Yes, it's number nine, just a fair shake, who's made all four of his career starts in Maryland. He was a horse who I thought would get a lot more steam going into his last start, Federico Tessio Stakes, but he ended up, however, he ended up going off at 22 to 1 and certainly outran his odds, breaking from post 10 in a mile and an eighth contest. He was wide the entire way. However, that wide trip didn't slow him down at all. He made a very nice move on the turn. Actually looked at one point like he was going to go by Pay Billy, who ended up winning. And while Pay Billy did kick away from him and won by a length and a half, just a fair shake, held on and ran a very game second with the career best prisoner figure of 93. That form was somewhat validated last Saturday at Monmouth Park as Kentucky Outlaw, who was fifth in the Tessio, came back and won the Long Branch Stakes. In fact, it's such a big effort by Just a Fair Shake. I thought there's an outside chance that Dan McKenzie, who supplemented this horse to the Triple Crown, would take a shot in the Preakness. But he is a bit more pragmatic than me. He's sticking with the Sir Barton. J-Rod stays aboard, making his third start off a 6-month layoff. I figure most of the attention is going to number six, Invictus, who was a short maiden winner at Keeneland last time out, and I am using him as well, but that one's never gone around two turns. Just a fair shake has won around two turns. He's proven the outside post isn't a problem. I'm hoping to get good value on him.
All right, just a fair shake. That is your spotlight horse race 10, the Sir Barton Stakes. Let's jump ahead two races to the dinner party, grade three dinner party, mile and an eighth on the grass. And it's been raining all week here, John. It's been raining for days. It feels like we may never see the sun again in Maryland, in fact. And I believe that informs your spotlight horse.
Yes, going five deep in this race. Not going to use the slight morning line favorite, number six, Balnikov. Not that he can't win, but at some point you have to toss a morning line favorite. He won on Preakness Day last year, as did my spotlight horse here, number 11, Formaneo, a Maryland bred in part by the folks over at Country Life Farm. This one won a pair of stakes races on grass labeled soft last year, including the James Murphy Stakes on the Preakness undercard. That day, he closed good ground from off the pace. He was wide the entire way after breaking from post nine, but he relished the off going and kicked away to win by 2.5 lengths for his first career stakes win. Got a similar trip off slow fractions and won the Boston Stakes at Colonial Downs last time out. Didn't run a bad race last time out in the Henry Clerk Stakes, first off a long layoff. Had to kind of weave his way through traffic in the stretch, but closed well, got third by a length and a quarter. His figure that day, not too far off of his career top. I think he takes another step forward, second off the layoff. And if the track stays yielding or soft, all the better for him.
Yeah, all the better for him. That's right. All right, Fulmineo, spotlight horse in the grade three dinner party, going a mile and an eighth on the green stuff. All right, John, let's put up your ticket. Late pick five once again begins in race nine, 50-cent unit, 12% takeout. Talk us through.
So it's a bit of a departure from my usual strategy in that there's no singles. But on big days like this, there's so much money in the pool. Pretty much no matter what happens, you'll get paid. I mean, even on Derby Day, the pick five was almost as chalky as it gets, and yet it still paid $1,500 ending into sovereignty. Even with journalism, it would have paid about 780. So I figured if you hit it You get paid no matter what. I'm too deep in the Jim McKay. Number 2, No Nay Hudson has good tactical speed for Wesley Ward. And the 9, 4 Harp won the King Leatherberry in Keith Dwyer style last time. I think he could do it again. As noted earlier, we are too deep in the Sir Barton. Invictus has the potential. Just a Fair Shake is proven around 2 turns and is my shot to try to beat the favorite. Race number 11. This is the James Murphy Stakes, 4 deep in here, early speed with number 3, Clock Tower, 5, and a Romance, 6, Solier Volant, and the 7, Reagan's Wit, very wide open group there. Going 5 deep, including Formaneo, as noted in the dinner party. In the Preakness, there's 1 Derby horse and 1 new shooter. That's number 2, Journalism, coming off a second place effort in the Derby. Coming back here in the Preakness, Mike McCarthy says he's training great. On paper, he looks very logical, but he also looked logical in the Derby, and we saw how that went. So I'm going to try to defend a little bit with number 6, River Thames, who looked very sharp at Gulfstream Park over the winter, just missed against Sovereignty. 2 starts back in the Fountain of Youth. We had a game third being less than a length in the Bluegrass last time out. He has the kind of profile of a horse who wins the Preakness in recent years. That is a horse who does well in the spring races, could go to the Derby if they wanted to, chooses not to, and gets the money as a fresher horse.
Is that your top choice, River Thames in the Preakness?
As of now, Wednesday morning, I'm not sure yet. I could go either way. I think Journalism is the most likely winner, but River Thames is my value play. If you read my column on Saturday morning, it's like the white smoke rising from my laptop.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to the white smoke rising from the laptop. That's John Piazzik. You read his picks every day of live racing in Maryland on theracingbiz.com. John, good luck in the late pick 5.
Thank you, Frank, and happy Preakness.
Happy Preakness.